What requirements must be checked when conducting a hypothesis test comparing two means with independent samples? I said A and B.
Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, what requirements must be checked when conducting a hypothesis test comparing two means with independent samples? So, A and B.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Nick, are you loaded up then, or?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. So, do you agree with us that 3 is A and B?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. 4, the test statistic for a hypothesis test comparing two means with independent samples is A. The p-score.
Two means with yes.
C score.
Okay. Two samples are independent if I said knowing which subjects are in group 1 tell you nothing about which subjects will be in group 2.
So B?
Yes.
Yep. Here's the fun stuff.
Okay. Who wants to read the long one?
I'm putting in the data so someone else can read.
Okay. Yeah, I already put in the data. I guess we don't really have to read it. Basically, the data represents simple random samples of dental bills at a dentist office in Idaho Falls and a dentist office in Rexburg. Use the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis with level of significance. So the degrees of freedom is 19 because there's 20. Right? That's all I know.
Okay, one more time. What did you say about 20?
There's 20 different, I guess, samples. And
Right.
so we'll do 20 minus 1. There's 19 degrees of freedom.
The degrees of freedom for the independent samples are different than normal. It's all calculated through SPSS, and there's a lot of times there's decimals on it. That's what it's saying in the book.
Mine says it's 19, so I don't know. On SPSS.
Let's see.
So wait, for this one to pull up on SPSS, what do we go under again? Is it compare means? Or explore?
I did compare means, but I think you do independent sample tests. Is that right?
Is it sample T? Yeah, one independent samples. Yeah, and then do we put in both of them?
That's what I did, but I don't know if it's. Well, no, I don't think you. Hold on.
You can't put in both of. Well, I don't know.
You can't do anything.
So you're supposed to do that automatic recode on there.
The what? We'll recode into sample or the same variables. Do we put both of them into the automatic recode or just the one?
Both of them.
And then what would the new name be? Whatever we want.
Yeah.
We're doing the lowest value.
Maybe 1 second. Idaho Falls, and we had Rexburg. So I made a little table real quick, just like we had with the the book, where I have my left column is my group names. I have Idaho Falls, and then down towards the bottom I have Rexburg, and I have all the office bills for Idaho Falls next to Idaho Falls, group names, and then Rexburg for all the other ones. And I'm going to go through and do an automatic decode on that one.
Okay. Do we have to do the differences one though? That differences column, right? That's what you're doing. Because how do you get the third column?
The third column you do the automatic decode, and that's what gives you like the 1 or the 2.
Mine's not letting me do that at all.
No. Give me 1 second.
So wait, how do we?
Okay, there's IF. Hold on, let me try this. Automatic code. 32. So you have 4 columns, right?
Me? I'm going to have just 3.
How did you recode then? Did you put them together and then do the recode, or did you just do separately?
I did them together. So I put up basically one long group with the top being Idaho Falls and the bottom being Rexburg.
So wait, sorry, you cut out. So you put all the numbers in one line.
Yep.
Right.
So I have in column 1, I have the group names.
All numbers.
Well, for column 1, I just put the group names. Sorry, this is freaking out right now.
Okay, hang on.
So I have Idaho Falls for the group, the first group, and then I have Rexburg for the second group, but it's all in one column for column 1. And then for column 2, I have the correlating numbers for the office bills. At the top, I have the Idaho Falls list, and at the bottom, I have the Rexburg list next to the group names.
Okay.
And I can go through and do the automatic recode, and I set the group code for 1 is Idaho Falls, 2 is Rexburg.
All right, hang on.
And from there,
that sounds pretty good.
independent samples, t-test. I'm going to do group, then that one, and then group code. Okay, so I have everything pulled up now. Did that make sense to you, bro?
No. I'm so confused right now.
Okay, well, I want to, because I went through and I practiced this in the book like 3 times because I was super confused.
Yeah, I tried, but I was confused in the book too.
So what I did is, do you understand the column that I made for column 1?
So column 1, did you actually write in the first space like Idaho Falls?
Yeah, I just put IF, shortened it.
Okay. In the first space, though, not in where it says like variable 0001 or whatever, right?
Yeah, just in the very first cell that they have.
Okay. And then you put in the data.
Yep, and then I put in all the numbers first, and then I just copy and pasted that IF next to all of those numbers. Does that make sense? So there's like 20 cells in column 1 that have IF, 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 but they're all next to the numbers, which are in column.
So they're all next to the numbers, and they're in the first cell?
Yep. So they're in the different cell, but they're next to the numbers.
Okay, so I set it up. So we have 20 Idaho Falls and 20 Rexburg.
Yep.
And then
type anything.
Oh, really?
And then just for that, Brooke, I did the same thing with Rexburg, but directly below where Idaho Falls ended.
Okay.
So it's 1 or 2 long columns with both sets of data in it.
Okay.
So you put your okay, you put cities first, then the numbers. I did mine the other way, so I'll just switch mine around or not.
Stop.
Okay, so real quick on yours, Brandon, did you get on your statistics .209, degrees of freedom 20,
I did not.
and SIG is .022?
I did not.
Gosh dang.
So what you do after? Did you get that set up, Brooke?
Yeah, it's not pasting, so I might
Yeah,
not.
I had to copy and paste a couple times. That was
Mine's only doing like the first digit. It won't do. Actually, it won't even put the whole first number, and it won't do any decimals, and I can't change it. It won't let me change it. Because I have in the very first cell of the first column the word Idaho Falls or IF. But I try to paste the numbers under that and it won't work. What if I just did the first, like the numbers, and then in the second column just do all the IF stuff? Would that make a difference?
I'm not too sure. I just set it up the way that they had it set up in the book. That way I
Yeah.
could just follow it step by step.
Okay,
I'm just not sure the other way.
Brandon, you mind looking at my shared screen and see if that's what you're talking about?
Yeah, so just like that. Basically, I flipped the numbers and the name, but it's the same thing.
Okay, so when I went to analyze and descriptive to explore.
Right, so I'll show you what to do from there. Is it requires one step in between that.
Oh, okay.
Go to, at the top it says transform. Go down to automatic recode.
There it is. Okay.
Wait for this to load up. Okay, so now the automatic recode is you're going to click on the one with the group names in them, so variable 2. And then where it says new name, type group code.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. Because when in the video when I was watching, I was just like, what the freak's going on? Why is he naming stuff? Okay, so just put new name. I put cities. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So add new.
Add new name. Yep. And then click OK after that. And it should assign, if you go through back to the table.
Okay.
Yep, so it's group 1 and group 2.
I have my variable 1.
Yeah. So now what you can do is you can go to Analyze, go down to, not that one actually, if you go down to, which one is it? Analyze, compare means, and then independent sample t-test.
Okay.
And then from there, it should pull up.
So I want my cities as the test variable.
You want your data as a test variable.
Okay.
And then, yep, just like that, and then click.
Wait, oh, are we at a 90% interval?
Should be at 95, kind of the default, I think.
I thought it was a .10.
Did I miss that? Let's see. Yep, .10. So you're right. It's on there.
Okay, so I did that, and it won't let me say okay.
If you go down to the cities part, and define your groups. Group 1 should be just 1, and then group 2 will be 2. And then after that, it should let you do it. Continue, then okay.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Does that look right now?
So your mean should be like 260.05 and then 288.59. Down at the bottom, you should have like a 2 rows. The bottom T should be like negative 0.434. And then
Yeah, because we're just doing not assumed, correct?
Correct, yeah, that's what we're doing in this class.
Okay, so...
And your degrees of freedom is like 37.996.
Yeah. Okay, so what you explained to me made a little more sense than Brother Bromar's video. I mean, he said essentially that, but the walkthrough was better.
I had to go through it a couple times in the book because it's like if I'm gonna have this program today, I'm actually gonna know how to use it forward and backwards. So
Yeah.
maybe it helps out a little bit. But anyway, so we've got all our information there. We want to answer some of the questions.
Okay. Did you figure it out, Broke?
I think so. For your cities column, though, is it like 10? Well, I guess yours is different because you have it switched. But is it like 5, 4, 25? Bunch of different numbers, or is it all one?
It should be all ones for Idaho Falls and all twos for Rexburg.
Yeah, see, mine doesn't do that.
You wanna pull up your screen real quick?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so that's what it looks like. But then when I do the cities, it doesn't come up like what you guys are saying.
Okay, so let's see. Go back to your or delete that cell or that column if you can. There we go.
Okay.
Go to transform. Go down to automatic recode.
Okay.
Okay, so right there, you're actually going to want to switch out so it's going to be your groups are going to be separated and not the data right there. So go down to new name and just you can type in cities or group code, whatever you want to type in.
Okay.
And then add new name and then click OK.
Is it the highest or lowest?
Should be lowest.
It's like that. Okay. Okay. That
Wait,
makes
does
sense.
that matter?
I think all it does is assign it by alphabetical order.
Oh.
Okay, now I can go do the analyze. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, I'm caught up. And we're doing just the cities or all of them?
So in the test variables, you're actually going to do your data.
Okay.
And then in the group variable, you're going to do your cities.
So highlight cities. There you go.
And then define groups. You can do group 1 and group 2.
Just type that or?
Yeah,
just
keep it
the
simple.
letter or the number. The letter 1.
Okay.
And then should be good. As long as you're set at a 90%. So you're at 95. So you need to go back and do that real quick with a 90% confidence.
Okay.
But those are all the steps. There you go. Yep, that's what we got too. So it said in the book in this class we're always going to use the equal variance is not assumed. So we're always in that bottom column.
Okay.
Perfect. So what are the degrees of freedom? Looking at 37.996.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sample standard deviation list 2. That's at the top. So it's 637. Is that what everybody else got?
206.637?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got.
Test statistic. Negative 0.434.
Where's that one at?
So that's given in that chart. That's that little T.
What number did you get? One more time.
Negative 0.434.
Oh, okay. Forgot you added the 0.
So our alternative hypothesis is that mu1 is less than mu2.
So 3, 3, 3.
So our p-value half of the sick two-tailed. It's like you said, 0.333. And so the confidence percent leaves alpha at 0.1, so that's higher than alpha. So we fail to reject.
Yeah.
Failed so hard. Is not
So if we suppose our alternative hypothesis is not equal,
it's still gonna
still fail, right?
Yeah.
Even bigger fail.
Some failing.
Oh boy, here comes another one. Okay. Any questions about that one before we move on?
No, I just had a problem with the stupid thingamajig. But now, since you explained it all nice and good.
Yeah, it makes sense to me now too. So.
Cool.
So now we're doing the same thing with this one, just for a 0.05 alpha.
Ow.
Good, how are you?
Good. Is your camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freshman. Colorado.
So why do we have to, when we do define groups, let's put group 1 is 1 and group 2 is 2?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. Does it say 95% confidence level in this one?
Yeah, it's 95.
Why did mine show up as 2s and 3s and not 1s and 2s? Did I do something wrong, or is it just me?
You messed up completely.
I have no idea.
Okay, let's try this again. And I moved over, oops, that one, right? Add, okay. Nope, still won't do it for me.
Try one more time.
Okay, hold on.
So don't forget there's 12 variables in Colorado and only 10 in Utah.
I add the name, that's all I do, right?
That should be it.
Yeah, not doing it.
Just put cities again.
Why is it? It's giving you a 1 down at the very bottom.
I know. But there's nothing even in that, like, row.
See if you can clear out 23 and then try it again. Row 23.
Okay.
There's 22, and there's 12 in Colorado, 10 in Utah. I don't know if that's what you guys were asking.
Just go down to row 23 and try clearing out that whole row, just in case something funny is in there.
Okay, there you go. All right. I'm catching up. And we're doing the independent again?
Say it one more time.
We're doing the data and then the cities again, right?
Correct.
And is it a 95? Is it
Yep.
0.25?
And then you find your groups.
Oh. It won't let me do anything.
You have to hit cities.
Oh. Yep. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So we've
All
got
right.
So just
So-
for clarification, does everybody's T equal 0.845 and degrees of freedom equal 16.562?
Yeah.
We got the same data. So what is the appropriate alternative hypothesis? This one should be B. Right through it.
I'll read it. The first data set represents the number of times freshman students from Utah cook their own dinner in a month. The second data set represents the number of times freshman students from Colorado cook their own dinner in a month. Fact that freshmen from Utah cook dinner for themselves a different number of times than freshmen from Colorado, so just not equal to,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
Okay. So that would leave our test statistic to 0.845.
Wait, sorry, what was 12?
Not
Is
equal.
Not equal to.
Not equal to. Okay, that's what I thought.
Alternative
It went out.
hypothesis is not equal.
Yeah,
to
they
Jen.
didn't say more or less. They just cook
Right, okay.
different.
So our sig two-tailed is our p-value in that case, and it should be 0.410.
Yeah. And so since we're at 0.4 and we needed a 0.05, we're definitely going to fail so hard.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then our
Why?
not assumed values are going to be our upper and lower. Sorry. So you guys got negative 2.204.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5.137.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to read off?
I can do it.
Alrighty.
All right. 1 and 2, true and true. 3 is A and B. 4 is T-score. 5 is the second option. Tells you nothing. Going down to 6 is 37.996. 7 is 206.637. 8 is negative 0.434. 9 is 0.333. 10 is failed to reject. 11 is failed to reject. 12 is equal or not equal to. 13 is 0.845. 14 is 0.410. 15 is failed to reject. And then 16 is on the left, negative 2.204. And on the right, 5.137.
Sounds good to me. So wait, real quick.
Yep.
The difference between T-score on number 4 and Z-score in F statistic. What was the F statistic?
I don't know that I don't remember learning about an F statistic yet.
I think you guys are cutting out.
No, I don't think we've learned about an F statistic too, because it wasn't in the book at all this week.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't read it. And then the difference between T-score and Z-score is what?
is when you start to know, like, what is that called? How would you describe this? That's a good question.
Or let's start with, is the t-score the same as the test statistic, or is that a whole different thing?
I believe it's the same. I'm about to look it up for you.
Okay. Because in the reading, I don't know if this is the right part, but it says the test statistic for a hypothesis test comparing two means with an independent sample is a t, which I would
The only
understand.
difference I know is that the t-score is used when the standard deviation is unknown, and the z-score is used when it's known. But I'm sure there's more to it than that. That's just what I know.
Okay. I mean, I can work with that, but I was just interested since they were kind of in the homework. I don't know if you could probably stop recording. It's whatever. In the last homework that we did,